Hello, this video is for the people who were unable to finish their apron projects during class time. Because everyone is at different points of progress on this project, I'm going to start very close to the beginning and you can start following along when you see the step you are currently on. Everyone should have one white base piece and two colorful strap pieces. We're going to start by working with the two strap pieces. We'll start by folding each strap in half, the right sides together, and we are going to pin along the long edge and one of the side edges. So we're going to leave one open. When you pin, you're going to always make sure that your pin head is facing out so you don't end up poking yourself. And you're going to pin all along this edge, but I'm going to leave this edge open. So I'm going to come. I'm going to pin every so often, smoothing it out to make sure it's even. Then we're going to sew along this edge and along this edge, stopping here. And we're going to make sure we backstitch here and here. Once you have sewn along this edge and along this edge on both straps, you're going to want to grab something like a pencil or maybe a dowel, and you're going to grab it. You want to take the sewn end, because you should have a sewn end and an open end. And you're going to take the sewn end and you're going to take the pencil, you're going to push it on there. It's going to take a little bit of finagling, but you've got to push it through. You're gonna kind of wiggle your fingers, and what this is doing is it's taking the end and it's pushing it all the way up to the open end. It's gonna kind of bunch up like that. That's normal. Then you're gonna see it come out this end. When you pull, you've got your strap and the seams are all inside. If you have access to an iron and an ironing board, you might need to get some help from someone with that, but now is a good time to iron them. If you don't have access, that's okay. They work fine without the iron, but the iron makes it a little bit smoother. we're now gonna take the straps and set those aside. We're now gonna grab our white base piece and you're gonna hold it up to yourself and see how long you want it to be. If you want it shorter, you're gonna kind of measure where you want it to be and then cut the excess off. I personally like the length of this, so I'm gonna keep it as is. Now we're going to do a rolled hem on all the edges of this piece. To do a rolled hem, you're simply going to fold the fabric over and then fold it again to make this little rolled piece. And then you're going to pin in place. Again, when we pin, our pin head is always on the outside and the pin point is on the inside, so that way when we're unpinning, we don't end up poking ourselves. So again, we fold it over and then we fold it over again. We're going to do that on all 4 sides of this piece. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want it to be smooth and you want to be very precise with how you fold it over. That way it doesn't get like too big or that the rolled hem doesn't end up just being a regular hem. When pinning, you'll probably find it's easier to pin on a hard surface like a table or the floor. Oftentimes when you pin on soft surfaces like carpets and such, the pins can end up getting stuck in there. And so it's oftentimes easier to pin on something like a table where the pins won't get stuck in it. Gotta make sure I'm keeping this in the frame. It's hard to see what the camera can see. So when you get to an end like this, see how there's an end here, but we gotta turn the corner because we want to do this all in one stitch. You're going to then fold this corner over and then fold this corner over again. Let me see if I can show that up closer. Like that. And then when it comes to corners, I like to pin diagonally as well. That's just a me thing. There's not really any benefit to it, other than it just makes sense to me. And then you're just gonna keep going. And you're gonna make sure that you do that to all 4 sides. Now in that last clip, you might have noticed that I only did a rolled hem on 3 sides, and that's because the piece of fabric I'm working with happens to already have a hem on one side, but on yours you will have to do a rolled hem on all 4 sides. Now you're going to decide which side is going to be your bottom and which side is going to be your top. In this case, I'm going to use the side that already has a hem as my bottom and the hem that I made as the top. On the top, you're going to take your 2 straps and you're going to find the open end. On the back of the fabric, so that's, you can see here that one side you can't see this the rolled hem, on the other side you can. The side where you can see the rolled hem is your back. You're going to place your straps one on either side. You want to make sure that the open end is the one you're going to be sewing down. You are going to pin it with the pin heads facing the strap, because when you sew it, you're going to be sewing it this direction, and again, you always want your pin heads to be able to come out from this side. Going to do 2 pins on this one. It's probably a bit much. Really probably only need 1, but 2 is extra secure. Going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh wait. Yes. Like this. When sewing, you're going to sew down about halfway, do a back stitch, come back all the way down, do a back stitch to about halfway, and then finish. So it's basically just a back stitch and then a back stitch right next to each other. just gonna go through and I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna look for any loose threads. I'm going to snip those. You could have done this earlier, but I like to do it at the end. I just find it easier that way. And then you're all done.